I typed one sentence asking it to pull a contract from my downloads folder and compare it against 3 previous versions, and it opened the actual file, read through all 4 documents, and flagged the specific clauses that didn't match without me touching Word or Excel myself even once. That's not a browser extension summarizing a web page. That's software with real access to your actual desktop, your real files, and your installed Microsoft apps, working as an agent rather than a chat window you copy and paste into. It works because this specific tool was built to solve something most AI assistants genuinely can't do: operate directly across your local files and the applications you already use: Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, instead of being stuck answering questions about text you manually paste in. I only share methods I test myself, so every step and every warning in this video came from actually installing and running this myself. Quick ask before we start: like this video and subscribe. It genuinely helps. Let's clear up an important naming confusion first, because this specific product only reached Windows about a week ago, and a lot of existing content online is about a completely different tool from the same company. Perplexity makes a Chromium-based browser called Comet, which is free and adds an AI assistant inside your browsing experience. That's not what we're covering today. What we're actually installing is called Personal Computer, a separate, dedicated desktop agent that just expanded from Mac onto Windows, and it's built specifically as a general-purpose digital worker, not a browser feature. The distinction matters because Personal Computer can create and edit real documents, update real spreadsheets, organize actual files sitting on your hard drive, and orchestrate work across more than a dozen different underlying AI models depending on what a specific task needs. It runs on a hybrid setup, meaning some processing happens locally on your machine, while more demanding reasoning tasks get sent to the company's cloud infrastructure when extra computing power is genuinely needed. Now let's cover access, because this isn't universally available to every account yet. As of right now, Personal Computer for Windows is available specifically to subscribers on Perplexity's top-tier Max plan, with availability planned to expand to lower-tier Pro and Enterprise accounts afterward. If you're on a free or standard paid account and don't see it yet, that's a rollout timing issue, not something broken on your end, so check back as availability continues expanding. Now let's walk through the actual installation, and this is where the biggest real risk in this entire process shows up, so pay close attention here specifically. Go directly to Perplexity's own official website to download this, not a search result, not a third-party download aggregator site, the official domain only. Here's exactly why that instruction matters. Several third-party sites currently host something calling itself a Perplexity desktop app for Windows, built by unrelated developers, essentially an unofficial wrapper that simply loads Perplexity's website inside a basic desktop shell, not the actual Personal Computer agent with real file and app access at all. Those unofficial wrappers aren't necessarily malicious, but they're also not what you're trying to install, and mistaking one for the real product means you'll never get the actual local file access and app automation that's the entire reason to install this in the first place. Once you're on the genuine official page, download the Windows installer, run it, and follow the on-screen setup prompts, which will walk you through granting the specific local permissions the agent needs to actually see your files and interact with your installed Microsoft applications. During that permission setup, you'll also connect your Microsoft 365 account if you want it working across Outlook, OneDrive, and your Office apps together, not just isolated local files sitting on your machine alone.
Now let's talk about a real example, because this is where the actual value becomes obvious. I asked it to grab a specific document from my downloads folder and compare it against my last 3 contract renewals, flagging anything unusual. It located the file, cross-referenced it against the others I specified, and returned specific flag differences clause by clause, the kind of detailed comparison that would normally mean manually opening 4 separate documents side by side and cross-checking by hand. That's genuinely different from asking a chatbot a question. That's delegating an actual multi-document task involving real files sitting on your actual computer. Now here's the mistake that actually matters most with a tool like this, and it's worth taking seriously, not just as a formality. Because this agent has real access to your files and your applications, it can also take real consequential actions on your behalf, sending an email, deleting a file, modifying a document that matters. and treating every one of those the same way you'd treat a harmless chat response is a genuine mistake. The system is built with a specific safeguard here. It requests your explicit approval before performing anything sensitive or difficult to reverse, and it logs its activity so you can review exactly what it did afterward. But that safeguard only protects you if you actually read those approval prompts instead of reflexively clicking through them out of habit. The fix is a deliberate habit, not a one-time setup step. For your first several tasks, actually read each approval request before confirming it. Understand specifically what action you're authorizing, and only start trusting faster, less scrutinized confirmations once you verify the agent consistently behaves the way you expect on lower stakes tasks first. Here's the golden tip that makes this genuinely useful instead of something you install once and abandon. Start with read-only, low-risk tasks first, comparisons, summaries, organizing files, before moving into anything that sends a message or deletes something on your behalf, building trust in how the agent actually behaves before handing it anything truly consequential. Once you've watched it handle a handful of those lower-stakes tasks correctly, expand gradually into the higher-value automation, drafting documents, updating spreadsheets, coordinating across your inbox and calendar. That's the actual reason to run something like this instead of doing everything manually yourself. That staged trust-building approach, verify on low stakes first, expand deliberately afterward, is what separates someone who gets real ongoing value from this tool and someone who grants broad access on day one, gets uneasy about it, and quietly stops using it a week later. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first. One last practical note before you go install this yourself. This product just expanded to Windows very recently, and rollout to additional subscription tiers is actively in progress, so exact availability and specific features may shift within weeks of this video. Confirm your current plan's access directly inside your own account before assuming a specific feature described here is already available to you. In the next video, I'm handing this agent a genuinely messier real task, reorganizing a cluttered project folder and drafting a status update summary from it automatically to see how it handles ambiguity instead of a clean, well-defined request. Subscribing is the only way you'll see whether it holds up before you try that yourself.